I asked Robin to join me because we need to talk about divorce stories and the lessons they carry. When Dr. Phil unexpectedly broke his silence, it shocked a lot of people. For years, he had not said a single word about certain aspects of his personal life. Then, suddenly, he opened up about something significant, something that made people speculate about what had really happened behind a marriage that lasted almost 50 years. Many wondered why he had kept this hidden for so long and why he chose that exact moment to speak. Some people might say this was a love story for the ages. But as soon as he began sharing, it became clear there was much more beneath the surface. There was an atmosphere of uncertainty, as if a larger truth was waiting to be revealed, a truth that had been silent for decades. Phil McGRA was born in 1950 in Oklahoma, in a family that placed a strong emphasis on discipline. His upbringing was structured, and from an early age, he learned the importance of responsibility and focus. During his high school and college years, he developed an interest in psychology, which eventually became the foundation of his career. These formative years exposed him to concepts of human behavior and the mind, which he would later use as tools in counseling and guidance. It was during this period that he first met Debbie Higgins. Their meeting came from a long-standing acquaintance, as both of them were studying at the same time. Debbie was lively, outgoing, and had a prominent presence, while Phil was focused, serious, and dedicated to his academic goals. Although their personalities were different, instead of creating distance between them, their differences drew them closer. In 1970, at the age of 20, Phil McGRA married Debbie Higgins. It was a young marriage, but at the time, both believed that stability and happiness would come through shared effort and commitment. Debbie's energetic personality and Phil's seriousness complemented each other, at least on the surface. Debbie had the kind of charm that attracted attention, while Phil concentrated on building his skills and establishing himself professionally. In those early years, Phil dedicated much of his time to studying, researching, and taking on extra jobs to gain experience. He was determined to grow deeply within the field of psychology and to create a strong foundation for his career. This intense focus on work, however, started to place strain on their married life. Debbie later explained that Phil often prioritized his career over their relationship. He worked long hours and carried heavy responsibilities, which left little room for shared life and family. This created a sense of absence in their marriage, a gap that neither of them knew how to bridge. Debbie also mentioned that she sometimes felt controlled, as Phil had strict expectations and valued discipline highly, while she desired comfort, understanding, and flexibility in their partnership. They struggled to reach common ground, and over time, conflicts about their individual goals became more pronounced. Phil's determination to pursue his counseling career often clashed with Debbie's desire to focus more on family life and togetherness. By 1973, their differences could no longer be reconciled, and the marriage ended in divorce. They did not have children together, and the separation marked a moment when both recognized that they were heading in different directions. For Phil, this experience was a critical learning moment. He realized that communication and mutual understanding were essential in marriage. Miscommunication and unspoken expectations had allowed conflict to grow unchecked. This understanding became a cornerstone of his professional philosophy later on. Debbie chose a quiet, private life after the divorce, avoiding public attention and focusing on her own path. She passed away in 2014, closing the chapter on a short but meaningful relationship. The lessons from his first marriage shaped Phil McGRA's approach to relationships and career. He understood that professional ambitions can affect personal life if not balanced properly. This realization guided his counseling principles, emphasizing cooperation, respect, and shared responsibility in partnerships. Even though the first marriage did not succeed, it helped him clarify what he wanted in his emotional life. He came to understand that a healthy partnership requires understanding, patience, and collaboration, and these lessons informed how he approached future relationships. After the divorce, Phil entered a more stable phase of life. With maturity and self-reflection, he began new relationships with greater awareness, avoiding the mistakes he had made before. Self-evaluation became an important tool, allowing him to recognize his own needs and how they could coexist with the needs of a partner. From this point, Phil McGra embarked on a new chapter, which led him to meet someone who would transform his life, Robin Jo Jameson. After ending his first marriage, Phil focused on stabilizing his personal life. During this time, his sister introduced him to Robin Jo Jameson, who was 19 at the time. Their first meeting left a lasting impression on both of them. Robin recognized Phil's steady character and the sense of security he could provide, while Phil saw in her a capable and supportive partner who shared his serious outlook on the future. From their very first encounter, they connected over shared values and common goals. Their relationship progressed quickly because they aligned in their perspectives on life, work, and family. Their first date was memorable in a way that reflected Phil's character. He personally flew an airplane to take Robin on the outing, demonstrating not only initiative but also thoughtfulness and dedication. This gesture helped Robin recognize his determination and seriousness, qualities that she valued in a life partner. Over time, their bond strengthened as Robin became actively involved in Phil's daily life, supporting him in his counseling work and career development. Her presence created emotional stability and balance, easing the pressures he faced while building his professional path. Phil, in turn, appreciated her guidance and support, seeing in her a true partner who could navigate challenges alongside him. The decision to propose came on Valentine's Day, a symbolic gesture showing Phil's commitment and desire to build a life together. Their wedding was a private affair, attended by family and close friends, focusing on meaningful connection rather than extravagance. They entered marriage with trust, mutual understanding, and clearly shared responsibilities. Both were committed to building a stable foundation, balancing personal aspirations with family priorities. Soon after their marriage, the couple welcomed their first son, Jay McGra. Becoming a father brought new challenges, as Phil had to balance his professional responsibilities with his role as a parent. Robin assumed much of the childcare, allowing Phil to continue focusing on his career without neglecting family responsibilities. Their partnership demonstrated teamwork, communication, and shared effort. Later, the arrival of their second son, Jordan, reinforced their image as a complete and united family. Robin stepped back from professional pursuits to focus on motherhood, while Phil expanded his career, a division of roles that was mutually agreed upon and effectively maintained. Robin played an essential role in Phil's personal and professional stability. She supported him emotionally, helped manage financial difficulties, and provided guidance during early career challenges. Her resilience and determination allowed Phil to maintain confidence in his chosen path, knowing he had a partner who would stand by him through adversity. The couple presented a united front publicly, sharing values related to family, trust, and religion. This alignment created an image of marital stability and harmony, inspiring many who observed their relationship. Robin often expressed that she felt Phil was her destiny from the very first moment they met. This personal sentiment highlighted the deep trust and commitment that defined their partnership. Beyond family life, Robin supported Phil in professional matters as well. She contributed to his business and career activities, creating space for him to pursue his goals without distraction. Her practical support and emotional encouragement were key to sustaining both their family and professional ambitions. Over the years, the couple maintained a balance between career, family, and personal growth, demonstrating how shared responsibility, understanding, and mutual respect can strengthen a marriage. Reflecting on Phil's journey, it becomes clear that his early experiences shaped his philosophy on relationships and life. The lessons from his first marriage informed the way he approached the second, helping him avoid previous mistakes and build a stronger, more balanced partnership. His story demonstrates the importance of communication, empathy, and alignment in expectations between partners. While his first marriage ended in separation, it provided critical insights that allowed him to cultivate a relationship with Robin that would endure over decades. Phil McGra's life story is an example of how challenges and setbacks can serve as learning experiences. His early struggles taught him the significance of emotional balance, the value of support from a partner, and the necessity of shared responsibility in marriage. By applying these lessons to his second marriage, he was able to create a strong, stable family life that nurtured both personal and professional growth. Robin Jo Jameson's support and partnership were central to this success, highlighting how love, dedication, and understanding can create a lasting, resilient bond. The evolution of Phil McGrath's relationship shows that marriage is not just about love but also about compatibility, shared goals, and mutual respect. His first marriage illustrated the consequences of misalignment and unspoken expectations, while his second marriage demonstrated the positive outcomes that come from learning from past experiences. The contrast between the two relationships underscores the importance of reflection, personal growth, and choosing a partner whose values and priorities complement one's own. Throughout their life together, Phil and Robin faced the ordinary challenges of marriage, parenting, and career development. Yet, they navigated these challenges with a shared sense of purpose, strong communication, and a commitment to one another's well-being. Their story provides insight into how thoughtful decisions, patience, and partnership can transform the experience of marriage into a supportive and enduring relationship. Ultimately, Phil McGrath's journey teaches that every relationship carries lessons. Early mistakes and challenges can become valuable learning experiences when approached with reflection and growth. His story demonstrates that balance, mutual support, and aligned priorities are essential components of a successful marriage. The contrast between his two marriages highlights how personal growth, clear communication, and trust can turn past failures into future success. Phil and Robin's story is not just about marriage, it's about understanding, resilience, and partnership. It illustrates how two people can complement each other, providing emotional and practical support that strengthens both family and professional life. Their life together reflects the importance of patience, compromise, and shared responsibility in creating a lasting relationship. From the lessons of his first marriage to the enduring partnership with Robin, Phil McGrath's life offers insight into the power of learning, adapting, and building a life with someone who shares your values, supports your goals, and stands with you through all of life's challenges. Maintaining a long-term relationship requires constant effort and adjustment, and Phil McGrath and Robin Jo Jameson were no exception. Over time, both learned how to align their expectations while navigating the demands of life and career. Robin understood the nature of Phil's work, which often required long hours, intense concentration, and dedication. Rather than letting this cause conflict, she chose to focus on preserving family stability, giving Phil the space and peace of mind to pursue his career. Her support was crucial in maintaining a balanced home environment, which allowed him to grow professionally without compromising the foundation of their family life. As the years went by, the McGrath family gradually formed an image of unity and strength. Both sons, Jay and Jordan, matured and carved out their own paths. Jay became a content producer, while Jordan pursued music. The family's cohesion provided a stable environment that nurtured their development, helping them achieve success while maintaining strong family bonds. Phil's approach to balancing family and work became evident over time. He understood that marital stability was a key factor in sustaining professional success, and he structured his life accordingly. With a solid home life beside Robin, Phil rose steadily in his career, gradually reaching the peak of his professional accomplishments. The world of public attention, however, carried its own pressures. Fame brought scrutiny and challenges that tested the couple's relationship. Phil's career expanded when he appeared on Oprah Winfrey's program, marking a turning point that introduced him to a wider audience. His role as a consultant in a legal case drew attention to his expertise, which led to an ongoing collaboration with Oprah's television network. Phil became a familiar face to audiences due to his direct and practical counseling style. His ability to present advice clearly and confidently built trust with viewers and laid the foundation for his image as an influential psychological expert on television. Audience familiarity with Phil created an opportunity for him to launch his own program. The show, named after him, focused on life advice, personal psychology, and practical solutions to common problems. From the beginning, the program attracted high viewership thanks to its straightforward and accessible style. Phil's approach emphasized personal responsibility, practical solutions, and direct guidance, which appealed to a wide audience. Robin frequently appeared on the program as well, offering her perspectives on family life, healthcare, and personal well-being. Her contributions added depth to the show, and her consistent presence reinforced the image of the McGRA family as approachable, relatable, and united. Robin also published books that reflected her experiences, values, and lifestyle. These projects expanded her personal brand while complementing Phil's public image. Together, they cultivated the perception of a closely connected couple, both in the media and in the eyes of their audience. Their rising fame brought increased attention from the public and media alike. With success came pressure, as viewers demanded transparency and scrutinized their personal lives. Phil's program faced criticism for its approach, with some arguing that his tough love style was overly strict or lacking flexibility. Bringing guests with personal issues onto the show sparked debates about ethics and the boundaries of televised advice. Several lawsuits involving program participants drew further public scrutiny. Although most allegations were resolved without major consequences, the cases generated stress and intensified media focus. Phil had to manage a demanding schedule filled with filming, production meetings, and media appearances, leaving less time for family. Robin, meanwhile, supported him publicly while managing the pressures of her own public role. Her visibility and participation exposed her to rumors and speculation about her personal life, adding another layer of strain to the marriage. The family's wealth, properties, and lifestyle attracted additional attention. A luxurious lifestyle sometimes created distance between the McGRA family and the public, fueling speculation about the pressures fame and fortune placed on their relationship. Phil recognized the challenge of balancing his professional responsibilities with private life. He admitted that helping others through his counseling work often left him less attentive to family needs. The tension between career demands and personal life was a reality he openly acknowledged. As Robin developed her personal brand, some observers saw her growing independence as a possible sign of divergence between her goals and Phil's. Questions arose about whether their priorities were still aligned. Despite appearing together publicly, reports frequently suggested that their marriage was experiencing strain. While the family legacy, reflected in the achievements of Jay and Jordan, created positive visibility, the public remained focused on the relationship between Phil and Robin. Phil's decision to continue his show amid rising pressure was interpreted by some as prioritizing career over personal stability. Discussions about his private life often referenced this choice, questioning the balance between professional ambition and marital commitment. After more than 46 years together, Phil McGRA and Robin Jo McGRA's divorce was announced, attracting significant attention. Their marriage had long been considered a model of stability, and the news surprised many. For decades, they had appeared together on television and in public appearances, creating a consistent image of a strong partnership. Their silence in the early stages of the divorce fueled speculation, with the public guessing about reasons behind the separation. Observers suggested that differences in personal development, career focus, and lifestyle priorities contributed to the growing distance between them. Robin's independent pursuits, including her brand and media presence, may have been seen as a divergence from Phil's path. Phil acknowledged that work pressures made maintaining the relationship challenging. His demanding schedule left limited time for family engagement, creating tension that contributed to a gradual sense of disconnection. Controversies surrounding his television program may also have indirectly affected the household atmosphere, adding to Robin's need to adapt to external pressures. Phil publicly remarked on Robin's independence, stating that she was capable and successful on her own and did not need to rely on him. Many interpreted this as a sign that their goals and priorities had begun to diverge, though neither party publicly confirmed these interpretations. The lack of an official explanation allowed speculation to continue, creating a sense of mystery around the circumstances of their separation. After the divorce, Phil focused on himself, his health, and his close family, while continuing to pursue professional projects. This period allowed him to recalibrate and maintain influence within his field. Robin also continued on her own path, expanding her brand and managing her projects independently. Both appeared to have chosen directions aligned with their personal goals, illustrating a shift toward individual focus after decades together. Even amid public debate and curiosity, Phil McGra retained his influence as a symbol of marital counseling and psychological expertise. His personal experiences with divorce added depth to his guidance, offering audiences insight from someone who had navigated both success and relationship challenges. The family legacy, particularly the stability in his relationships with his sons, helped preserve a positive public image despite the marital change. Robin maintained discretion about her personal life, limiting statements to the media and focusing on her work. This careful approach left room for audiences to speculate, but also allowed her to continue building her independent identity. Phil McGra's story illustrates the pressures faced by a long-time public figure balancing career, family, and personal identity. The timing of his statements about his private life drew attention, while his career choices and personal decisions reflected an ongoing effort to maintain influence and stability. Audiences continue to discuss the divorce, examining how fame, career demands, and personal growth can intersect in long-term relationships. Phil's experiences highlight how even relationships that seem enduring and strong publicly are not immune to evolving goals, pressures, and life changes. Ultimately, Phil and Robin's story shows that navigating a public life while maintaining a marriage requires constant attention, flexibility, and understanding. Even decades of shared history cannot always prevent change when individual paths shift or career demands intensify. Their journey demonstrates that personal growth, independence, and professional ambition can both enrich and challenge a relationship. The divorce, though surprising to many, reflects the complex realities behind the public image of a couple who spent nearly half a century together, building careers, raising a family, and facing the pressures of fame. After the separation, both Phil and Robin continued to maintain their respective careers and personal projects. Phil remained active in television and counseling, while Robin pursued her own brand and independent work. Their choices highlighted how individuals can evolve and prioritize personal goals, even after decades of marriage. The family relationships, particularly with their sons, remained intact, showing that even amid change, important bonds can endure. The story also emphasizes the broader lessons about life balance, partnership, and the challenges of managing public scrutiny alongside personal relationships. Phil McGra's decision to speak about his private life at particular moments reflects the careful consideration required when sharing personal experiences with a wide audience. The conversation around his divorce and career continues to provide insight into the realities faced by public figures and the interplay between personal growth and long-term relationships. While speculation and curiosity from the public remain high, the story of Phil and Robin underscores the enduring importance of mutual respect, understanding, and the recognition that even long-standing partnerships can change over time. In the end, the experiences of Phil McGra and Robin Jo McGra extend beyond personal change. They reflect the pressures of maintaining a public image, managing professional responsibilities, and navigating the evolving dynamics of a long-term relationship. Their story is a reminder that relationships, even those appearing stable for decades, require ongoing effort, communication, and adaptation. While their marriage may have ended, the lessons, family legacy, and individual achievements continue to shape both of their lives, offering insight into how dedication, support, and personal growth intersect in the lives of high-profile individuals.